All you need today are light weights, if you have them. Hi. Great to see you all. You also might need a waist-high surface. So if you've got a chair nearby, a countertop, a wall works fine too. Might need a little bit of stability. Always good to have. You never know how we're gonna feel on a Monday. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna turn my music down just a little bit. We're gonna start with marching. So you're gonna bring your feet right under your hips. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Feel your shoulder blades glide down your back. Shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. You've got a tiny little bend in your knees. A nice neutral pelvis. So don't tuck your hips under. Don't stick your butt back. We'll lift left and right. We're gonna wait for the beat. Here we go. You lift left, right, left. I never know if you guys can hear the music, but it helps me stay on track. You can always rock out to your own jams at your house. If there's something you like more, you want it louder, you left, left. All right, that don't stick your butt back or tuck your hips under thing I was just saying is we always want to start our class in a neutral spine position, meaning we're not, changing the shape through here. Keep your abs engaged, and that kind of sets the tone for our whole class. We're gonna find that neutral spine position a lot. Most of what we do in barre is a neutral spine. Well, if you've done a lot of barre, you know that's debatable, but most of what I teach in barre is a neutral spine. All right, we're gonna add a pull down. Pull your arms down, down. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm sweating already. Still summer here, it's August, right? Happy August. Pull, pull. All right, as you do these pulls, I want you to open up your thigh to the sky, a little turn out of your legs. You pull, pull, pull. Then add a little rotation towards your leg. You're reaching really tall in between each one. Don't let your arms just hang. Arms are gonna go forward. We're gonna squat. Take it down. 2, lift. 2. I didn't give you guys a lot of warning, but find that parallel squat. Feet right under hips. They shouldn't have changed positions much. From marching, just feeling both feet down. You reach and pull. Going slow so you find that low position, then pull up. You're gonna squeeze your glutes on the up. A little faster now. It's down, pull, reach, pull. You can reach your arms a little higher, down, or keep them straight forward. If neither of those feel good on your shoulders, you can just take it to prayer. Lifting your arms above your heart is always gonna get your heart rate up a little faster. A little more cardio in this warm up. But maybe you don't want cardio, right? Allie, I didn't see what you said, but I know you already did some cardio today. Keep going. All right, 2 wiped, I like it. No more cardio. Down. Guys all looking for different things. We're gonna hold the down and pulse. Last one up, hold it down and pulse, pulse, pulse. So a pulse is just this little tiny 1-inch movement, but sometimes a pulse can get bouncy. I never want your pulse bouncy. I'd rather you slow it down. You can always just go down an inch, up an inch, down, up. Or if you can keep that control, keep that work in your thighs, a little faster, down, down, down. All right, you've got this hinge at the waist, but still finding your neutral spine. Abs hug back towards your spine. Maybe even lift your toes up, drive your heels down. I want you really feeling the burn in the top of your thighs. This is it for our warm-up standing. We're gonna come to planks next. All right, pulse, pulse. All right, just 6 more, then we hold. Last 3, 2, hold. If your arms are up, push them back a little further. Draw your shoulders down your back. Envision where you're gonna go for a plank, high plank, straight arm plank. We'll go there in 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm gonna adjust my camera just a little bit. Okay, you guys are gonna come down with me. Find a straight arm, straight leg plank. Your hands are right under your shoulders. Your legs are nice and long. Hug your belly up and in. Just hold. We're holding it for about 30 seconds before we're gonna take it up a notch. That taking it up a notch is always optional. Anytime I say take it up a notch, you can say no thanks. There's always something different you could do. I'll give you that option, that different option in a moment. But we're gonna find a downward dog stretch. Lift your hips. From that downward dog posture, I want you to lift your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Okay. For a little less, you can tap your bottom knee down, right knee down, left leg stays lifted. All right, this is a little less intensity, but with your leg lifted, you're gonna find that three-legged dog, and then you're gonna come down, pull your leg towards your left knee to left elbow. Then you're gonna reach back up. Then you're gonna come down, left knee to right elbow. Come down and pull. Come lift. Then come to the left, down. All right, we're moving really slowly. I want you to find that side-to-side pull on your abs. Breathe in one direction and out the other direction. You can always take this on your knee, just pulling it in. Reach. Other elbow. Reach. All right, next time you're down, I want you to hold the down. We're gonna pull the knee side to side. So your knee pulls to right elbow, right, left, right, left. 5 more. 4. Keep your abs tight, pelvis level. 2. All right, come back, downward dog stretch. Lift your hips. All right, from there, you're gonna lift your right leg up. We're gonna do all that with the other leg. So you lower your hips down to a plank position, bring your right knee towards your right elbow, then lift it up. Knee to other elbow. And reach. All right, keep going. I want you to keep your spine really neutral, totally neutral. So you only pull your knee as far in as you can without tucking your hips under. It's probably not gonna touch your elbow. Whew. And maybe you feel some heat, some sweat building even as we're moving slow. All right, this is a lot of work. If you need to come to that knee, do it. I'd rather you keep moving and come to your knee. All right, last extension of three-legged dog. Now hold it down. Knee to elbow, pull it side, side, right, left, right, left. 6 more. You got it. 5. Everything else stays stable. 2. Last one. Both feet down, drop to your forearms. Hold it here, 20 seconds, you can do it. Finish in stillness, give your wrists a break. We're gonna stretch right after this. You hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to your knees. And just turn your fingers to face your knees. Find some nice relief for your wrists. That was a lot of time on our hands. That's pretty much the only time we're gonna be in that plank position this class. We've got one more thing for our wrists, but not yet. First, we are gonna come to a high C-curve position. So you take a seat, you bring your legs out in front of you. Squeeze your ankles, knees, and thighs together. Lightly hold on behind your hamstrings and lean back. From here, we're gonna come out of that neutral spine position. This is pretty much the one time in class we're gonna do that. You're gonna find flexion in your spine. Tuck your tailbone under. Draw your belly down into that position. A lot of support. Gazes forward. Down and up, 1 inch. You just come down an inch, up an inch. It's down and left. All right. This is one of those points in class when I want to ask you how you're all doing, but I don't want you guys to get out of this position to touch your screens. Tell me anything. So maybe just shout out how you're doing to yourself. Give yourself a little pep talk. Whew. All right, we should feel nice and warm now. That plank got a lot of heat. Longer than some of the planks that we do in my classes. All right, finding that tip curl. Every time you go down, you think of tucking your tailbone under more, drawing your ribs down towards your abdominals. It's almost like you're trying to shrink the space between your hips and your ribs, and then pushing your abs into that shrinking space. Everything's getting tighter, taking up a little less room. Down. All right. You can keep your hands holding on. You can reach them long. Lift, lower. We're gonna all take that option in just a moment. Find a few more little curls, and then we're gonna hold. All right, just hold on the down. Shoulders soft. You can do this with one hand at a time. We're gonna start on the right, or you can keep both arms long. You're gonna take your right arm, open for 2, close for 2, then right elbow back for 2, and reach. Keep going. It's open. Close. Pull. Reach. Open. Close. Pull. Reach. A little faster now. It's open. Close. Pull. Reach. Open. Close. Pull. Reach. Everything else stays still. Really think of your abdominals locking and holding your pelvis stable. Maybe you feel a little rocks in the torso. Maybe you hold on to minimize that. All right, holding on doesn't have to be intense. It can just be a light grip. You got 3 more. You can do it. Open, close, pull, and reach. Open, close, pull, reach. Last one. You're gonna hold it on the open. Hold it out. Reach your left arm to meet your right. Whoa, keep your ribs tucking down. We're gonna take it to the left arm. Lightly hold on the right. Squeeze your legs tight together. Find stability in your legs. Tuck your tailbone under. Your left arm's gonna do the same thing. We'll come in first. Arm comes in, 2, back, 2, forward, 2, open, 2. Pull. You can always reach your right arm long. A little faster now. You pull, reach, open, close. Pull, reach, open, close. It's just this side and then our final hold, so stick with it. You can always ditch the arm or just do one of the motions. Taking your arm way out to the side is a lot of weight on your abs. But you guys joined in here at the end of your day. You came for this. So keep it up. All right, here's our last one. You hold it open. Right arm joins. This is your hold. Maybe turn your palms to the sky. Drop your shoulders down. Get your neck nice and long, but shorten that distance, ribs to hips. Hug your hips tight, hug your belly in. You breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Come up. Find a quick stretch for your hip flexors. You're gonna cross your legs and lift your hips. You guys know this is one of my favorite stretches. Always feels good after our hip flexors. Maybe got a little tax in that abdominal work. Switch your legs, same push forward. Okay, up next we're gonna come into a reverse plank. I'm gonna talk you through that if you're not sure what I mean. If you do know what I mean, you can always move a little more quickly getting into it. All right, you're gonna come similar to the position we were just in. You're gonna bring your hands to your hips and turn your fingers out a little bit. So everyone's position is gonna be a little different. They can be pointing back towards your seat or turned out a little bit. And then from here, you're gonna find a reverse tabletop position. All right, shoulders are down, neck's long. All right, you can stay here. This is level 1, you can hold this. Think of pushing your hips up, keeping a flat line from your chest to your knees. All right, level 2 is to lift one heel at a time. Lift right heel and lower. Lift left heel and lower. All right, level 3, lift right leg and lower. Lift left leg and lower. Pick which level you're at and keep moving. Lift and lower. All right, you guys can maybe see as I do these leg lifts, my seat starts to drop to the floor. That's normal, but I'm gonna keep squeezing my glutes, pushing my hips up to the ceiling. If you can't maintain that, just come back to the hip lifts. Lift. All right, doing a few new things this class. You guys know I like to always keep it interesting. None of my classes are the same. Keep your bodies guessing. All right, we are gonna hold it down. You're gonna drop your seat just a little bit. Your elbows are gonna bend, reach, bend, reach. All right, now your hips are down towards the floor. Please bend, reach. Get into your triceps. Just 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Take a seat. Find a quick release of your wrists as you grab your weights, if you're using them, and stand up. All right, we are gonna come right away to a wide turned out squat. So legs come wider than your shoulders, toes turn out, and then you bend your knees. You wanna come down nice and low. All right, the camera angle I have sometimes distorts this posture just a little bit, but you're not hinging forward. You're keeping your chest nice and lifted, perpendicular to the floor. Knees push open, and you're gonna find a pulse. Down an inch, up an inch, and up, down. All right, finding just a little movement as you get your alignment here. We always want to find our alignment first, and then move second. All right, usually we start with small movements, because moving small, you can still kind of gaze down, check your position. You want to be able to see your toes in front of your knees. If not, bring them forward a little bit more. Gaze down, and lift, down, lift. And then, after the small movements, we sometimes move bigger. But if big is too much, you can always come back to small. A lot of times it's not that one is harder or easier, it's just what your body is up for, what feels right, no negative pain. All right, feeling some heat, I hope, in those thighs. We're gonna hold the down. Here we go, hold. All right, you're gonna reach both arms out, okay? Your arms are gonna stay nice and long. Your left arm and left leg are gonna stay where they are. You're gonna bring your right arm to meet your left. Your right leg is gonna turn in, and you're gonna lunge. All right, upright chest. Then you're gonna open back up, come down. We're gonna do that just a little faster. Ready? Here we go. You take it in and lunge, open, squat. In and lunge, open, squat. In, lunge, open, down. In, lunge, open, down. This is as fast as we're gonna go. We wanna turn our feet to parallel so that left foot turns just a little bit as your right knee comes under your right hip. Open, 2, reach, 2, turn, and open. You can kind of pivot on your right foot or totally lift it up. That's up to you. All right, we're gonna hold it in the lunge. You're gonna take your arms back behind you, lean forward just a little, lift your arms up an inch, up an inch. Lift, 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 lift. All right, getting into your triceps, straight long arms. You can always drop your weights. All right, we've taken this into a subtly hinged lunge. It's not a huge hinge, but just far enough to get your arms back behind you so you activate those tricep muscles. Lift, lift. All right, splitting up our triceps so you just have 6 more. All right, hold it up. Turn your palms to the floor. It's up for 2, down, 2, lift, bicep curl, drop, down, lift, and drop, lift, and drop. If you want to go a little faster, you can come up and down, lift, up. It should feel good to come all the way up. 3, 2, last one up, just hold it down. Weights at your side, 20 little pulses, go down an inch, down an inch, down. You want your back knee right under your shoulders, back heel super high, down, down, almost there. 4, 3, 2, we made it, come up. All right, hands to your hips, down, up, down, up. All right, maybe grab a sip of water in between sides. That was some serious leg work. And you know we gotta do the other side. All right, so take some water if you need. I wish I could cool down my house a few degrees, but that's not happening, so I'm just gonna keep sweating. It's down, lift. Good, detoxifying sweat, right? All right, coming back to that alignment, right? We're moving a little bigger now. You can always slow it down. You wanna firmly feel your feet into the floor. Not just the instep of your feet, but the outstep too. All right, think of your feet as having 4 sides. All 4 of those sides of kind of a rectangle are pushing down. All right, we're gonna hold it down. 3, 2, hold. Reach your arms long. We're gonna find that same pivot turn. Your right arm, right leg, except for your right foot, are gonna stay pretty much where they are. Right toes are gonna turn back behind you just a little bit. As you come in, come down. Come open, come down. A little bit faster now. It's open and down, open and down. Close the door, open the door. Turn and open. And open. All right, if this feels funky in your knees, I urge you to slow down. Really focus on the positioning of your legs. If this feels bad in your knees, I encourage you to pick this posture or even come to a narrow V. You can take your arms open and close. I should have said that sooner, right? Hopefully the other side wasn't bothering you guys too much. But no, you can always do something different. Just pick something hard for you. All right, we're gonna hold that lunge. Here you go, hold the lunge. You're gonna hinge forward. You're gonna sweep your arms back behind you. This time, palms face each other, thumbs to the floor, pinkies to the sky. Your elbows just go bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. All right, trying to find your low, low lunge. Maybe come a little lower. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch. All right, the second set of triceps of 2. Keep your arms high. Bend, stretch. 6, 5, 4. You got it. Keep getting your arms straight. Feel the heat on the top of your arm bone. All right. Now hold your arms straight just for a beat. Then sweep your arms forward. Your elbows are going to be parallel with the floor. You're going to come up and curl your arms. Take it up, curl, down, stretch. Up, curl, down, straighten, curl, straighten, curl, straighten. Option a little faster. You come up, down, curl, down. That faster is more of a balance challenge. You might feel a little wobbly. I do. Pick your speed. You can always go a little slower. You can always speed up. Burning out our shoulders here, stick with it. 4 more. 3, 2, we're gonna hold it down, finish with pulses. Arms to your sides, pulse down, down, down. All right, I got my camera keeping me honest. I'm gonna try to get my back knee a little closer to the floor. Whoo, I'm feeling it. All right, it's just 8 more. 4, 3, 2, and stand up. Nice job. I'm gonna grab that sip of water. Set your waist to the side. All right, and we are gonna meet where we started class. Feet right under hips. We're gonna find parallel squat. It's down, up, down, down. All right, just a few of these. Let it feel good to move big with both feet down. We're gonna hold the up, and you're gonna grab that waist-high surface if you have one, if you want. All right, I recommend it. We're gonna find some standing seat work. Good to have a little balance. I'm gonna grab just my armchair behind you, behind me, so it doesn't have to be fancy. Just a little stabilizing for yourself. All right, add a heel lift on the up, down, heel lift, down, heel lift. 4 more. 3, 2, you're gonna hold it up. All right, finding some support from your surface. You're gonna turn, so your right hip is towards your surface. Your left hip is away from you, out away from your surface, because your left leg's the one we're gonna lift. You're gonna lift your left leg up. You're still up on your right tippy toe. You're gonna bend and stretch your knee. It's bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. We're just doing this first variation with our heel lifted. None of our sets of thigh work today had our heels lifted, so we wanna give our calves a little love. But if you wanna drop your right heel, go for it. Bend, reach, bend, reach. All right, you're pushing your left leg a little bit behind you, but trying to stand up tall. Right knee bends a little bit. Stretch. 4 more. 3, 2. All right, hold your left leg straight behind you. Now drop your right leg down, right heel down. You've got that bend of your right knee. You're gonna bend your left knee. Curl your heel in towards your seat. I'm gonna turn this way so you guys can see. All right, you're standing up really tall. Tendency here is to sink back. Try to lift your hip. You can even pull away from some surface as you stand a little taller. Your left knee is behind your right knee. Your foot is curled in towards your seat. You push it back an inch, back an inch. Push, 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 push. All right, finding a squeeze in your seat on the left. Finding work on the right leg as you stand tall. A little push, 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 push. All right, we've got 3.5 variations here. Almost on the second. Push back, 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 back. Keeping that bend in your right knee. 4, 2. All right, hold your left leg back. Flex through your heel. You're gonna kick your heel to your seat. Curl in, curl, 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 curl. This is that half variation. You're gonna hold that curl up. Hold your foot flexed. And now your leg's gonna open out to the side, back to center. It's out and in. You guys watch me. My foot stays mostly behind my knee joint, right? So you don't see it much until that very outside. You wanna keep your leg moving as one unit. It's out. Try to squeeze your inner thighs. Out and in. It's out and in. Good news, after our hold, we're gonna find a figure 4 stretch. Stick with it for 3 and squeeze. For 2 and squeeze. Here's our last one. You're gonna hold it on the out. You're gonna stretch your legs straight. You're gonna option to reach your arms up. Bend your right knee a little more. Push your left leg both more behind you and more out to the side. Figure 4 stretch coming up. Make it harder for 4, for 3, for 2. Now we stretch. Cross your ankle over your other knee. Sit down into that imaginary chair. You can use something next to you for a little bit of support. All right, nice job, everybody. I hope that felt hard. I felt it in both sides of my seat. So the good and bad news is that, switch sides. The second side will probably feel a little more challenging. But you guys are ready for it. I know you are. All right. I'm gonna stay facing you. I've got a little surface here to my right, my wall. I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit. And then I'm gonna point my right leg out and behind me. All right, option to reach one arm up. Your right knee is just gonna bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. All right, just a little bend stretch. You're leaning forward, maybe just a tad, but you're keeping your abs as tight as they are in a plank. All right. The straightening of your leg gives your thigh some toning benefits, but you should really feel your glutes squeezing. All right. Now hold that back, bend your knee. Hug your leg in, make sure your legs are pointing nice and straight ahead, no turn out. You're standing up tall. Now your right leg just pushes back an inch, push, 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 push. All right, I like to bring my left hand or whatever free hand if you're holding on with your left, but bring one hand to this left side and remind yourself to stand up tall. Squeeze your hamstring, squeeze your glute. That is half the work right there. Standing on one leg is hard, right? You guys are feeling that. All right, take it back. Back, 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 back. More than the movement, it's about a squeeze of your glute. So maybe just think, squeeze my right butt cheek, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Standing up tall, again, activating pressure in all 4 sides of your feet. Front, back, and sides, especially your heel. Push down a little more on your heel. All right, we're gonna hold it back. Flex your foot, curl your seat. In, in. Hamstring work here. Woo! Curl, in, 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 in. Keep going, in, in. If you've got something on your right side, same side as your lifted leg, you might push into it for a little more support. All right, we're gonna hold that curl and keep your foot flexed. Your leg goes out to the side. And back to center. Back to the side, back to center. Push and squeeze. Keep going, you push and squeeze. Whew. Try not to sink too much into your left hip. Keep your left knee bent so you can use all the muscles in your left leg to support you. In. Keep going. You know this is the end, so this is where you dig deep. Find 3 more good ones. Maybe you can push your right leg a little further to the right. Keep it back behind you. Out to the side. All right, extend your legs straight. You're gonna reach your arm long. All right, hug your belly in and hold. All right. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I just got like a telemarketer call. I don't know how they do that. I'm sorry about that pause. Threw my brain off. Hold, you guys got it. Squeeze your seat. Maybe lift your other arm up. You hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. You can shake it out. We're gonna come down to the floor to finish out our class. You're gonna meet me in a forearm plank. So come down, bring your elbows under your shoulders, legs long. Hug your belly up and in, and breathe. Just 30 seconds here. Legs nice and straight. Abs tight. After this, we are gonna come to our abdominals. If you don't wanna be on your belly for some reason, you can always come to all fours and lift opposite arm, opposite leg. Or you can come to bridge lifts on your back to activate your back muscles and your glutes. All right, drop your hips down. All right, if you're coming to your belly, join me there now. You're gonna take your hands back behind you. Fingertips push down on the floor as you lift your chest up. Quads squeeze as you lift your kneecaps off the floor. Then from here, float your legs up off the floor. Your legs are gonna open out, in, out, in, out, in. Feeling some muscles in your low back work. You don't want it to be any negative pain. You want to really push your pubic bone and hip bones down into the floor for some stability, some support for your pelvis. Out and in. 3 more. 2. All right, hold the squeeze in. Try to touch your inner thighs. Now float your arms up. Your arms are in a twist. Palms up, palms down. Flip, 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 flip. Did you guys notice we did 2 sets of triceps earlier? Here's our third. Up and down. Flip. Squeezing your arms straight. Just 4 more. 3, 2. Hold your hands either direction, palms up or palms down. Point your nose down to the carpet. Lift up a little higher. Child's pose in 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to your shoulders, under your shoulders, push all the way back. Find a child's pose. Big breath in and out. All right, we've got our last abdominal push, and then we get a great final stretch. So sweep your legs around in front of you. We're gonna find flexion again in our spine for the second time this class. Same curve of our low back and ribs, but your feet are gonna stay on the floor. Just your shoulders are gonna lift up. You curl, up an inch, curl, curl. Gaze goes forward between your legs. If you need more support for your neck, bring one hand to a fist. Bring it to where your head meets your neck. And push your head back into that fist. Don't pull up. Push, push. You curl, 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 curl. 6 more. Curl, curl. Then we change. 4, 3, 2. Hold the up. Think of pushing your feet down like you're gonna stand up. Stand a little taller. And then hold the height of your shoulders as you reach your left leg to the sky. Then you reach your right leg to the sky. Maybe you can find 1 more inch of movement. Maybe you can let go of your hands. All right, holding on or hands long, you're gonna curl left and right. Here we go, curl left, right, curl, curl. Just think of taking your nose to either side of your knee. Little curl, side, side, curl. Curl. It's not very big. And you want to try to keep your legs really stable. Mine start to flop around a little bit as I move side to side. Hug in between your 2 hip points, your low belly. Get a little more stable. Curl, curl, curl. Stick with it. Keep breathing. Keep working. We are almost done. This is where you dig deep. This is where you work harder, not less hard. Right? Don't let yourself lay back to the floor. It's 4, 3, 2. All right, hold the up. We've got a final hold, and then we've got 10 push-ups. You can do this. Can you curl a little higher? Can you reach your hands up to your toes? If you're already there, maybe reach your hands back behind you. Don't drop your shoulders. You breathe for 10 seconds, then we find 10 push-ups. Dig deep, you got it. It's 4, it's 3, a little higher. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Take whatever rock you need to find push-up position. High plank, hands wide, feet long, 10 push-ups. 1, press, 2, press, 3, 4, 5, you got it, 6, just 4 more, 3, extension stretch. Your hips lift up to the sky. All right, you guys got it. Gonna turn down our music a touch. All right, finding that nice extension stretch, heart melts to the floor. Push down through your shins. And then rise up, stack your knees, and just swing your arms side to side. Whew. I don't know if it's the heat or the workout, but I definitely got my sweat on today. All right, pause at center, hips point forward, step your left foot forward, find a nice lunge. Shoulders drop down your back. Whew. All right, pushing your hips forward. You've got the option here, if you want a little bit more, you can curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up, find a runner's lunge. We are gonna get into the side of our seat. So bring both hands to the inside of your left foot, and then toe heel your left foot out, and drop your left knee over to the left. Finding this kind of lizard stretch. Back knee can stay lifted, or be down on the floor. You can stay up on your hands, or come down to forearms if you've got that flexibility. Ooh, really push your leg open. Now coming to just one side of your foot, that knife edge side. All right, then bring your knee in, toe heel your foot back to center, and shift your hips back, stacking your hips over your right leg. Flex your left foot. Sit up nice and tall, reach your arms forward, and then reach away from you. At your farthest reach, you can round up and over. Point through your toe. Hug your belly in and back. Feeling your left thigh bone pull back into your thigh socket, hip socket, and then your right hip pushes forward. That should get you a little deeper in the stretch. One more breath in. And then we're gonna take this up to a triangle pose. So scoot your left foot in, curl your right toes under, and find your legs parallel, both legs straight. You can bring your hand atop your knee, lift your chest, find a nice flat position of your spine. And from there, maybe come a little deeper. And then switch out your legs. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot back, find your runner's lunge. Back knee can be lifted or down on the floor. Push your hips forward. And then take your right hand over to meet your left on the inside of your right foot. Toe heel your foot out to the side and push your knee away. All right, let this feel good. Any movement that calls to you, take it. You can kind of rock forward and back, move your hips side to side. Let it stretch through the outside of your glute. And then bring your foot back to center. Lift up, stacking your hips over your left knee. Stretch your right foot straight. Arms long, nice posture. A little balance challenge here as you dive your heart forward. Reach your tailbone back. Think of widening your sits bones as you come a little bit lower. Maybe rounding over your right leg. Feeling that pull back of your right leg into your hip socket, bumping your left hip forward, nice parallel hips. All right, then that triangle posture. Bring your right foot in a little bit, step your left foot in. Start by finding your nice flat spine. Engage belly, and then fold forward if that feels good. All right, one more breath, and we'll stand tall. Step your foot in, slowly rise up. We're gonna find a nice tricep stretch. Lift your arms up, bend your right elbow, grab a hold with your left hand, push your head back. All right, feel that release of your arms. If it feels good, you can find a side body stretch up and over to the left. And then come back to center. Release your arms, lift up, grab a hold. Left elbow, head back. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me today. We're gonna finish out these arm stretches. I know we did a few new things, so if any of those were things you loved, don't worry. We won't do them in the next class. But if you did love anything, let me know. I always like your feedback, know what feels good, hard, what maybe didn't work for you. Always ask questions. All right, let's take 3 big breaths together. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale. All right, 2 more. Lift. And exhale. Last one, you're gonna let every finger find its match on the other hand, and then pull your hands down, find prayer position. Just take 1 big breath here, more if you've got time. And then give yourselves a round of applause. Thanks for joining me, working hard, working your body at the end of your Monday. I hope you guys all have a great night. I will be back here Thursday at noon for a quick 30-minute workout. So try to fit that in if you can. Again, shoot me any feedback, questions, and have a great night. Bye, everybody.